Hey everybody, Brett from Stars Gaming here, back with part 21 of our Crusader Kings 2 Elder Kings mod Let's Play. And so, nothing huge happening in the last episode. However, something I noticed that I don't know if I pointed out in the last episode is Sharnhelm is really giving it to the Kingdom of Northpoint right now. You can see they've managed to not necessarily take, but they've managed to gain control over these three provinces here, or at least, partial control of this one. They have full control of these two. And then another thing I don't think I pointed out is that the minor kingdom of Oldgate has broken away from Northpoint. So Northpoint's kind of fallen apart, which is absolutely great for us because they are the biggest kingdom on our border. Daggerfall probably being the next biggest kingdom. Well, actually, Daggerfall I think is a little bit bigger. Maybe, I mean, it's pretty arguable. They're close, but Daggerfall is not like an immediate concern, where Northpoint shares a lot of border with us. So them falling apart is absolutely great. If this can get broken up into a bunch of little kingdoms, we can just sit there and pick them all apart one at a time, which is, probably the best case scenario for us. So I'm gonna get the clock running here, and let's see. Someone had pointed us Master of Horse and other junk. I think it's oh, somebody died. I think these guys keep appointing us all the honorary titles. And so we've got Prince Snaglack here. That was probably the biggest thing that happened last episode, is our son came of age and we gave him a landed title so that he would become our heir. And as you can see, he's got fantastic stats. Let's see, reports from Orsinium. Oh, there's supposed to be a name there. Your Magister reports from Orsinium that his charity work on your behalf is proceeding well. The poor have been fed and your pious standing is improved. 15 favor, okay. I forget what we were doing last episode that required more favor. But let's see. One day, passing by a monastery, you come upon a monk sitting and painting in a field. You observe his work and marvel at the composition, the colors, and the fine brush strokes that bring the simple canvas to life. This monk is truly an artistic prodigy. I'll buy it and exhibit it in my castle. Sure. What do we got here? Child lacking a guardian. My daughter, I think? Oh, my kinswoman. So, she's the daughter of my nephew, so nobody extremely relevant. Yeah, actually, he's a pretty good candidate. He's good at everything except stewardship and, what's it called? Learning? Yeah, learning. Let's see, somebody had a son. Don't really know who. That does remind me, though, we should probably marry off a few more of these people. I wish there was an easier way to do this. Let's see, broke heel. Who else? He's obviously married, he just had a kid. What about you? Yeah, you're married. Event popping here, but I'm still looking down. You're married, right? You're not married? Oh my god, dude. Who is roughly of age? I mean, I'll marry him to her. Would have liked to have him have some children. A little bit late at this point. I didn't realize he was so old. I didn't get to read what that event was either. It went away when I clicked the other thing. Oh well. I'm sure it wasn't that important. There's also, I think there's some kind of ticker over here that I could open, but again, I don't know all the options in the older version of Crusader Kings. I'm used to the new menu, so I don't know where that would be. I don't even know if it's in the new one, to be honest. Why did you let off that peasant accused from poaching? Because he needed the deer more than me. A good deed in a day keeps man happy. Arbitrary is probably not a good trait for somebody who could eventually become our heir. Again, he is my grandson through my oldest son, who was the heir. However, since we gave our second son some land, he is now our heir. So this guy is a pretender to the throne, which would make him a pretender eventually. Just is a better trait than arbitrary, so let's go ahead and go with that. So he's kind. I guess that's fine. Who is my first wife? Okay. Yeah, why not? We'll embrace the love for our first wife. Now, let's see. We got a lot of dead siblings. Never realized that. Bogrel the Singer. He is interesting. He left with Mogrel's host, right? Yeah, they wouldn't let us. They wouldn't let us buy him out. Word has reached you that your magister has given into weakness and helped himself to the alms he was meant to distribute amongst the poor. Return the gold and all may be forgiven. Off to the dungeons. He is my nephew, so we will be generous this time. We also need the money, so... Oh, before I forget, let's tick these. And everybody's working hard or hardly working or something. I don't think there's any more laws we can choose as of yet. Large groups of bandits. We're going to have to throw some money at this, aren't we? I think I did the math and this was the smarter choice because the -2 tax income can really ruin you. If it were in like Rothgarian, I would probably ignore it since we don't directly benefit from that, but we're gonna help out the townspeople. Now what are we looking at for research here? In military advances, I think our next point of interest should probably be... It's going to be a while before we can get heavy infantry, I imagine. Yeah, a really long while. So magical training might be the only option, because this is the only one left in the first tier. In here, magical infrastructure is the lowest. Trade practices are also pretty low, but we can't directly benefit from that right now. My liege, peasants attacked me while collecting taxes in Orsinium. They wounded me severely and I barely escaped their wrath. Well, nobody said tax collecting was easy. Discovered a plot where someone seeks to seduce Prince Snaglak. Who are you? Well, I mean, I don't really care. If you want another wife, go for it. Okay. I saw your daughter and I was like, what? And then I was like, okay, daughter-in-law. That's a little bit better. But yeah, she can seduce him all he wants. I don't really care. So let's go look at cultural tech while we wait for something to happen. And so fine arts is, it looks to be, oh never mind, we got all these here. I think these are probably better investments. Fine arts doesn't seem to be all that useful. Well, monthly favor gain wouldn't be terrible, but what's our current monthly favor? 0.83, 6.2%. I don't know what that. Okay, so it would add on, our technology would go up to like 10 something, but I don't know how that factors in. I guess it would be like 10% of our zealous stat added back onto it, so it'd be, that doesn't seem right. I don't know. Your wife in her loneliness and longing for a child has decided to purchase a cat from one of the scullery maids using money from your coffers. Cat familiar. I'll lose some gold. No. I like cats. I'm more of a dog person, but I don't have any issues with cats. My girlfriend has a couple cats. And so I'm pretty fond of them. Let's see. So who is this? My nephew and someone else? I don't really care. So yeah, what I was saying... God. Okay. That's not going to be that useful because I can't figure out what the math is behind there. So Noble Customs might be a better choice. And Popular Customs might be a better choice. Popular Customs will pop first. My son was born to my eldest son. Okay, so he's got 2 kids. Let's see. Who is he? My nephew. He's my half-brother's son. So it's my youngest brother's son. Okay. Wow, he is a beast as far as combat goes. About the same as Gamor's though. Gamor's? Something like that. So, we won't switch him out. I don't like to switch people out if they've been doing a good job. He is 53 though, so eventually that guy will be able to take his place. If he doesn't leave like that other guy did. More respect and give me more prestige. Okay. Well, we need to kind of find a war to fight pretty soon here. Let's see. My daughter came of age. Let's marry her off, but before we do that, let's figure out what the heck's going on in North Point here, because they look to have fallen apart. Yeah, so now it's the minor kingdom of Camlorn. And North Point is holding Dargard. Sharnhelm is only holding Sharnhelm. And then there's a new minor kingdom that looks to be taking it to what's left of North Point here. So, is there any way I can take advantage of this situation? I can use an Inquisition, but I risk drawing a lot of attention to myself. Now, if they were all still at war, that would be fine, because chances are they're not going to ally to each other if they're fighting. But it looks like their wars have ended, and so that's probably not a safe bet. God, I wish we could get a claim on this already. Let's see, can we like strong arm her into joining our faction? No. Yeah, all kinds of no right there. Oh well. What can we do to... Well, how's our military looking? So we can raise just under 3,000. Oh wow, speak of the devil. So we will definitely use that. And let's see, what kind of... You have no money, so that's perfect. You can't call in any mercenaries, or at most one small group. And with one province with, oh wow, 1,200 levies. That is pretty substantial. But that's not even half of what we can muster. So I'm thinking, let's look at the mercenaries. At best, she can do... Let's see, let's sort by cost here. Oh, maybe... Okay, so at best she can do about 400. So we should still outnumber her. And we can always call in our own mercenaries if needed. But yeah, we definitely want to go ahead and press this. We'll do it immediately here. So we will do that. And then immediately call up all of our troops. And let's muster in Rothgarian, I think. It's probably going to be the best choice. So we'll be able to get a pretty large number of troops there relatively quickly. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I think my tongue's out of knots now. But yeah, so these guys will be able to move there fairly quickly. We've already got 300 there. And then these three will be there in fairly short time. And obviously it's immediately adjacent. And not only that, but it is mountainous, if I am correct. Yeah. So we've got a defensive bonus from sitting there. So they would be unwise to attack it. Here we've got hills, so I think attacking from mountains to hills will negate most of that penalty. They've called in allies. I don't think it's going to matter. Somebody got attacked by werewolves. Who got killed? My half-brother? That's gnarly, man. It doesn't say he's dead, though. Maybe... Yeah. Wow, okay. So he got eaten by werewolves. Let's go ahead and have somebody educate her. Probably not you. Who's good at stewardship? You're really well balanced. One of your beloved wives covets the position of first wife. Nope, sorry, Moore is first among my wives. And I don't remember letting the clock run. Let's fix that. Okay, here we go. Got them outnumbered already. I don't see where their ally is. I don't know where their ally is. Apparently that is their banner, question mark. They are the ones who are taking it to North Point up here, strangely enough. It seems like these single... Yeah, I mean, these little single castle provinces actually have huge, like massive levies. They must be putting all of their money into building these types of things, which I suppose I should be doing. I didn't realize some of them were affordable. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. The captain of a group of lesser-known sellswords is offering the services of his men to our armies. Apparently he was spurned by our enemies and is now offering his services to us to spite them. I gain some prestige by saying no. I gain a fairly large... Actually, no, that's not very good. I would get the same amount of troops by hiring the cheapest mercenary, so I would actually save money by hiring directly from here. So I'm going to say no and take the prestige. And get a quick save in right here, or an auto save. I don't really care. Okay, who is this? My nephew, okay, sure. Whatever you feel like calling him. They're just about to their destination. Cool. So I think we will go ahead and go in. We've got them pretty well outnumbered here with very good commanders. I don't know where our marshal is. He should probably be commanding this. Well, that's fine. I guess that's us. I don't know where our marshal is though, but these three should be able to beat the whatever three that they can manage to muster, so here we go. Yeah, they're actually fleeing. I hope we can get there before they make it. I'd rather crush their army outright. But no, they got away. So, we'll sit on this, take it, and deal with them later. I don't really want to chase them around the whole map. But if we take this, we'll gain war score just from, you know, having it held. And that's going to give us a pretty large levy addition to our military as well, especially if we're going to hold it ourselves. Oh, they called in North Point. That's not good. North Point seems to have their hands pretty full, though. So I'm not too concerned about it. They don't seem to be acting on it very quickly either. Let's see. Hills, so that they'll have a slight defensive bonus here. I wonder if... I don't know If we could bait them, so go to attack them, they'll run. An outbreak of disease in the camps. Oh man, we lost about 100. So I'm thinking if we can bait them to run to Markwaston there. Bandits have raided the siege camps, killing... Oh, come on, stop killing off our guys. Okay, so we have this now. What I was trying to say is bait them into running away from us here and then hoping that we can get there before them. But I assume they might probably stop as soon as we did that. So let's see what they do. Oh, we already have full war score. Never mind, we don't need to. Let's go ahead and offer peace. We're going to enforce our demands. And we usurp the title of chiefdom from Pierre, whatever. I thought there was like a little girl who was ruling. I guess not. So we win. We get prestige. Become chief. And let's go ahead and disband these guys before we spend any more money. And so, let's see. Yeah, so we get all of that, which is awesome. That bumped up our army by almost 1,000. Actually, about 1,000. Maybe even more, yeah. So we get that full levy straight to our army right there, which is fantastic. That'll be a huge boost to us in the long run. And then we should have her going ahead and laying claim on Manavia. I think we'll let the stuff going on up north kind of settle itself out before we dive into it. We're gonna go ahead and try to work our way to the coast here and deal with Wayrest, and we'll try to take, you know, this little area here. Or I suppose, you know, we'll have a truce going on, so after we take Manavia, maybe we'll look to the north or the east. I'm curious to see. These guys are a lot smaller than North Point was, so we may be able to fight them outright. Although possibly not. But that does... That little thing there does interest me in throwing some upgrades into this, now that I know that we can afford them. I think the barracks might be the best way to go. That'll give us an extra 75. That or a hunter's hut. That'll give us +1 to tax income, which would also be nice. I think a hunter's hut is probably the smarter decision, because that will give us more money that will allow us to get the barracks quicker, where the barracks would make it take just as long to get the money back to get this. So I think the hunter's hut is the smarter choice. And we're running out of time here, so we'll wait a little bit longer, see if anything interesting happens, and then we'll break off the episode in a couple minutes. But that was the first battle we've had in quite a while, so that was definitely nice to finally see. It's hard being friends with someone more ambitious than yourself, and lately Orak has been pushing me to exert my talents beyond my limits. Yeah, ambition's great for a king. I mean, yeah, that boosted everything by 1. I don't... Ooh, actually a couple by 2. That's good to know. We've got a very well-groomed heir waiting in the wings with a pretty awesome beard. So now it's just a matter of, you know, passing this on. We don't lose any titles through inheritance either, which is great. I heard about the madwoman who tries to blackmail Galarzob before my friend Galarzob came to me and asked for help. It's my grandson, by the way. We're friends, apparently. He isn't known for his diplomacy, and as desperate as he is, it is even more likely he would handle the situation with less tact than needed. So I will help him in any way I can. I don't know who this madwoman is that's like blackmailing children, but yeah, I'm starting to think that Bogdub might fancy me. Who are you? My sister-in-law? No, that's not appropriate at all. Okay, yeah, that was a huge win for us right there. I mean, the income boost isn't going to be huge, but the troop capacity boost was... What happened there? We lost like 1,000 guys. I don't know what just happened there. Maybe it's because this is under construction or something. I honestly don't know. But we just lost like 1,300 guys from our army capacity. That's really strange. A daughter was born to Brokheel and Galasha named Morbul. Well, I suppose this is where we will end the episode. It looks like there's some war going on over here. In the next episode, we'll check out what's going on over there and maybe turn our sights to the east a little bit. We'll take him. He'll give us gold and join our court, apparently. So that's nice. But yeah, so we're going to break off the episode here. Thank you guys very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know how I'm doing in the comments, and I will see you back here for part 22 of our Crusader Kings 2 Elder Kings mod Let's Play.